Today, we're going to talk about the latest Google AI overview, how it impacts your local business, and the most four important steps you need to do to generate a flood of qualified leads for your business. So let's get started. My name is Bassem Ghali. I am the CEO and founder of Green Lotus Agency. Before I started Green Lotus, I had the honor to manage marketing teams for Canadian Tire, Toronto Star, Direct Energy, and many Canadian and international businesses. We've been doing a lot of great work. We won a few awards on the way. The first one dear to my heart in 2015 when we launched Canada's first SEO tools. And this is the award right behind me. Until today, we're still the only Canadian company that have their own technology. And this is why we're very superior in the SEO world. More importantly, the results we have achieved for our clients, we established in 2012, and we generated more than 281 million in sales for our clients, generated more than 6 million phone calls, and almost 500,000 keywords ranked on the first page of Google, helping our clients visit. And now let's get started. So how do people find new products and services? Yep, you guessed it right. We Google it. 91% of us use search engines to find new products and services. And 43% of us will use a local intention, either the city name or the neighborhood name or near me in the search term. 75% of us will never go to past the first page of Google. There's a silly joke in our industry where would you hide the dead body? You got it, second page of Google. Nobody goes there. And 50% of all searches happen on mobile, usually result in a store visit within one day. So what do we learn? Almost everybody is searching for new products and services, and half of those people know exactly where you want to find the service, which is somewhere near me. And we expect to find it on the first page of Google. Why? Because if it's not on the first page of Google, psychologically, we think they're not good enough, right? And with the new Google AI overviews, I wonder if you have started to see it on your search result. Google will be doing the Googling for you. Sundar Pichai, the CEO of Google, is saying that Google AI overview is one of the most significant improvement to search in 20 years. And you know what? I do agree with him. So generative AI's scale is a huge step, because now we are using all of this knowledge to summarize, to save time, to give people more advantage of AI. And now it's available in Canada and US, and it's rolling across 100 countries very, very soon. So what you must know about the Google AI overview: Google is now using its own AI technology called Gemini to analyze the most trusted web sources and provide users with more comprehensive and informative answers directly on the search results page. Number two, AI appears on top of the regular organic results and at the bottom of the Google Ads. And soon enough, you will be able to upload a video of like an error you're getting on your TV, and then Google will tell you how to fix it. Crazy, right? And what we are definite of is the severity of the Google algorithm changes are expected to increase. 4 or 5 months ago, Google had another Google algorithm, or what we call a core update. Google does more than 400 updates a year. That is more than one update a day, but they do 2 to 3 core updates every year. And the latest core update had people spinning. People lost like half their ranking. People lost like majority of their organic traffic. What's going on? How many of us remember Google Panda and Possum and all of these fun names that we give to those Google algorithm updates? So we know that the severity of those Google updates are about to get more. So how is the Google AI overview going to impact your business? Unfortunately, I do not have good news for you. It will even result in less organic traffic to websites. Almost 60% of all searches happen on Google end up in something called the zero click. What? Yeah. So 37% of those results or those searches are people ending up finding whatever they need to know and they leave. And 21% of them actually end up refining their search or search for something else as they go along. And only 41% of those searches actually end up in a click. Out of those clicks, 70% of them goes to unpaid organic results, and 28% will go to YouTube, maps, images, news, all of that fun stuff, and less than 1% actually will go to paid results. That will make a lot of people scratch their heads. Really, less than 1% go to paid results? Absolutely. So how is that going to impact? So we know for a fact that big brands are about to get even bigger. How? Because if you are already ranking on the first page of Google, you have 50% chance to even rank on the Google AI overview. So that is pretty much big brands will even get bigger. And if you're not a major player in your local demographics or in your local area, it will be harder for you to even rank. Local SEO, it really can make and break your business. How? Because now there are more local results on top of the local results that Google originally have. So you're not just required to rank on the organic local maps, but now you want to rank on the AI local results as well, which is double the effort. And you need to nail your Google map profile, but you also need to embrace a holistic SEO strategy by optimizing your presence on other platforms like Bing, ChatGPT, Places, Apple Maps. All of these places will help you, not just on these platforms, but also on Google, which is the biggest player in the market. Over than 1 billion voice searches happen on Google. What can happen to those guys? I'm going to tell you. So Google Gemini is about to replace Google Assist. And we know now that 40% of the results that Google is pronouncing back to you when you ask the question are based on feature snippets or schema. Remember those two words very carefully. We're going to explain them later in the presentation, but all you need to know that feature snippet or schema are information that you put on your website that looks normal like any other piece of content on your website, but on the back end, we're telling Google, hey, this is an important piece of information. So now let's talk about the 4 most important steps to get a lot of leads, how to cope with the Google AI overview, and how to dominate your market. Step number 1, no surprise, foundation. Without a good website, none of the stuff we're going to be talking about will be good. So you got to make sure that you have the good site builder, and we will talk about that in a bit. Step number 2, sales automation. Your website is not a business card or a flyer. Your website needs to interact with consumers, turning in from visitors to schedule an appointment or have a chat with them. All of that stuff, it's your hardest working employee, work 24/7 for you. Step number 3 is how to dominate the first page of Google without paying for any advertising. What? Yes, we're going to talk about that. There's more than 16 opportunity for you to rank on the first page of Google. And step number 4 is paid advertising, how to use them and how they can benefit your business without breaking the bank. So step number 1, what makes a website a good website? Mobile design. That's right. Google have officially announced that they no longer care about your desktop. 61% of web traffic is coming from mobile, and that is only about to increase. Step number 2, speed and security. Slow websites suck. When was the last time you waited 5 seconds for a website to load? Guess what? Google is not going to rank slow websites as well. Regular maintenance, just like a car, you need to do your maintenance. You need to upload fresh content. You need to make your visitors happy before even Google happy. So that is the 3 most important pillars. So now let's talk about what makes a website a bad website. During my last 12 years of Green Lotus, you can reach out to us at any time and we will give you a free consultation, included in that consultation, a free SEO audit. So we've audited more than 3,000 websites over the last 12 years, and here's the result. 78% of those websites do not rank on the first page of Google. That's a bad website. If your website is not serving you, if your website is only a business card that exists when you present it to someone, then it's not a good website. along a bunch of other errors, page speed, security, site errors. All of that stuff will lead into that your website is just a heavy load on you, is not serving you. Almost 80% of all websites we looked at are useless. With all respect, if your website is not generating traffic and ranking on the first page of Google, then it's useless. Then let's talk about the site builders. What are the best site builders that I would recommend? And again, I'm going to be a little bit biased here. And over the last 20 years, we've worked with every single site builder out there. And in the last 3 years, we said enough. We removed all contracts. We removed all cancellation fees, and we said that we're only going to work with 2 site builders that we will guarantee the results for, and we will make sure that it's a win-win relationship. So what are those 2 website builders? Number 1 is WordPress. That is no surprise. 1/3 of the world's website is built on WordPress, and it's a pretty SEO-friendly website builder. And number 2, I said I'll be a little bit biased here, but Green Lotus Smart Site is one of the best innovations in the last 5 years, and this is why we want the second Entrepreneur of the Year award. And it's designed specifically to get you 5 to 8 times faster ranking on the first page of Google, among a lot of other features that we will get to talk about. So let's just be honest here for a second. Let's talk about the pros and the cons for each of those platforms. WordPress is good for a large tech-savvy companies that require custom functionality. I remember the last WordPress website we built was like $60,000, $70,000 for a medical company that had fulfillment shipping, 3 different tiers for affiliate marketings and POS system integration. It was quite the job. And you can do it. WordPress is a major mothership alien that you can connect to whatever you want to do with it and control it at the same time. There is more than 60,000 plugins that you can choose from and functionality that are ready to grab. And it's very SEO friendly. And we have achieved a lot of great results on WordPress. But on the other side, it is costly. It's one of those things, if you are a small business or a local business that do not require any of these functionalities, it feels like cutting a chicken with a mill saw. It's a gigantic tool to do a small, tiny job. So it is complex. You need to make sure that you're choosing the right plugins, the right theme, the right security patches. And I call WordPress a self-destructing machine. There's always things that needs to be maintained, right? There's not a single WordPress website that does not have errors. It will generate errors on its own. And security is a major factor. I remember one of my friend's clients, a dentist, woke up and there were Viagra ads on his WordPress website. What happened when he came to us and said, please help me, find out that some of the plugins he used were not a premium plugins that allowed the website to be hacked and got the malware inside. Almost 20,000 WordPress get hacked a day. Right? I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just giving you the fact. It's pretty amazing tool if you do need that big of a tool. On the other hand, Smart Site is ideal for local businesses that are looking for fully managed digital marketing solution, empowering them to focus on what they need to focus on. It's like I'm giving you a Ferrari and we're driving it for you as well. So what are the pros? We did a case study, over 200 websites that we switched from WordPress and Wix and other platforms. They got 5 to 8 times faster ranking on Google. It comes already preloaded with sales automation. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. So it's already, you don't need to figure out what plugins, what tools that I need to use. And we do the job for free. So we do design the theme, the template, the first part for free. And if you do need extra pages, then we get to talk about that. But the big bulk of it is for free. The cons, just to be honest here, we have stripped a lot of features that do not serve small, local, medium businesses, right? A lot of those functionality that will make the system unstable or unsecured, we completely strip them off. The number one goal of Smart Site is ranking on the first page of Google is not functionality and is not third-party operation integration and all of this stuff. So we stripped a lot of the functionality that will not serve a small to medium local sized businesses. And we do not have 60,000 plugins to choose from. We have our own store of about 20 different plugins that you get to choose from, but those 20 plugins are vetted, natively integrated with smart sites. So if you do choose to work with them, we guarantee that they're gonna 100% work for your website. So let's talk about some of the key studies that we have achieved for WordPress and Smart Site and see how they both can work for you. WordPress, one of our clients is Bazzies. It's an international builder. They're really well known for their luxury condominiums and townhomes. They've been our clients for the last like 9-10 years, and we've designed their website, we maintain it, we host it, and we're able to reach amazing results with them. More than 621% increase in their leads just from organic SEO. 177 decrease in the cost of Google Ads just because they have a good management system, a good landing pages, and more than 122 keywords ranking on the first page of Google. And if you do remember the core ranking algorithm update, every site ranking will shake after a core ranking algorithm update, but we actually get excited when Google does that because the core algorithm updates are made to punish the bad guys, but it's also made to reward the good guys. And this is what happened when you have a good foundation and you have good SEO. We were able to recover and even overachieve whatever we used to have before. And one of the things you guys must know for the home builders and the contractors in the crowd, that more than 90% of us, we look to the internet to find those answers. And what will happen if you go and search Google, is it a good time to buy pre-construction? Look at that screen. That is a feature snippet. That is a Google also ask portion. And if you ask Google voice device in your home, the highlighted text will be the text that Google is giving you back. More than 2.4 million online searches for home builders and design build firms each month. It's a huge market. Another example from the Smart Site. We have been working with Mannix, one of our favorite clients. It's a plumber in Fergus, Ontario, and have a couple of locations. They switched from, I believe, a WordPress to a Smart Site in 2021. They didn't have anyone that managed their WordPress website, and we said, let's just do everything for you. And as you can see, the website just jumped 5 to 8 times faster ranking on Google. And you can also see what happened when the Google Core update happened. Almost 900% increase in leads from organic from when we started with them. More than 182 keywords on the first page of Google and 472% increase in leads from organic. So let's move on to some of the feature snippets again. This is Google Maps, right? 96% of people learn about local businesses online. 43% of these searches have local intention. There's more than 900% increase in searches in the last few years. And for example, for our client Bazzies, if you search for new townhomes in Toronto, guess again, another feature snippet, another type. So feature snippet or schema are any type of results that appear on the first page of Google that is different than the blue line and the regular description. This is what we call a scheme. So the Google listing appears on that search results. So this is a different opportunity you can rank on the first page of Google. And now we're going to move to step number 2. We know that small businesses have no time. Who has an extra time? And majority of them don't have experience in digital marketing. You're amazing at what you do. You're an amazing accountant, home builder, construction guy, but digital marketing is not one of your tools. So you need to make sure that to get all the helps you need. And in this day and age, sales automation is not an invention. There's so many tools out there you can use. So we're going to be talking about the most important sales automation tools that you can get. My favorite one is dynamic phone tracking. More than 60-70% of all the leads that come to my clients are phone calls. They are the hottest calls, and usually the business that picks up the phone first and have a nice guy and just explains everything ends up being the guy that does the business. Rob Golfi was one of the biggest people that used that technology to their advantages, and they received more than 2,000 calls. They were able to analyze them, record them, score them. So dynamic phone tracking, not just do that for you. We will be able to tell you this phone call came from organic search, from Google Ads, from Facebook. Was it the first time that someone called? Was the phone call answered? And was this phone call converted or not? And now we are working on some tools to help us score these phone calls. If the word buy or now or whatever mentioned in the phone call, then we can score this as a good phone call. So we will help you manage your sales rep and the quality control of your business with a very easy automation tool. Tool number 2, which is a very easy. A lot of websites already have it, but I'm still surprised when I see companies that do not have automated scheduling or automated follow-up SMS or emails, things like that. You cannot continue to use manual emails. What time worked for you? What about Tuesday? What about Monday? You lost the client already because you're not organized, right? And not everyone is ready to pick up the phone and talk to you right away. I got to do it on my own time. So if you offer me that option easy, then it's amazing, right? And before using the marketing automation in this area, we used to have 4 out of 10 show up rate, right? So if we book 10 consultations, 4 of them will show up. But after we implemented it, we get 8 out of 10 because we send them reminders. We can text back and forth with them. Hey, sorry, I can't make it today. So I text them back. When is the good time? Things like that will automatically increase the trust factor with the client. And this is getting me right into the next one, 2-way text messages. Automatically or psychologically, we email our clients and then we text our friends. So we need to shift that. You don't need to be friends with your clients, but you need to communicate with them in a friendly manner. So 2-way text messages without sharing your phone number will automatically increase your response rate by 3 to 5 times better than emails. We all notice the huge impact of spam emails. People don't read emails anymore. And you can give that personal communication back and forth with your clients to get the sale going. And this is very important. And a lot of people don't know about it. I don't know why. It's one of those amazing tools. It's going to change the way that your industry is functioning. Now you can make booking on Google results page or on Google Map application without even needing to go to your website. There is few tools that can do that. And if you do integrate it and connect it with Google Maps, you can offer that. And guess what? Greenloader Smart Site will come already baked with that feature. Things like that. If you integrate with it, you can increase sales and closing rate by 300 to 500% just by integrating a simple feature that goes alongside with what Google is doing. And this is a very important one. We know that 90% of consumers read reviews before visiting a website or doing a business with a company, right? We can do all the SEO for you, but if you have bad reputation, it's not going to work. So this is a simple software that we also use for our clients. After a job, we send this email or text messages, rate our service. If the client give you 1 to 3 stars, that turns into an internal survey. If they give you 4 to 5 stars, then that goes to Google. Things like that are not an innovation anymore, and it can be simply integrated. So now we're moving a little bit fast. So step number 1 was a good foundation, good website. Step number 2 was having sales automation, allowing your website to work 24/7 for you. And step number 3, organic leads, how to get ranking on the first page of Google without paying Google, right? 96% of people learn about new products and services online. 88% of local searches performed on mobile result in a call, right? This is amazing numbers. So the first thing and the most important mistake that I always see people doing is choosing the wrong keyword. I'll give you 2 examples. One was from my time at the Toronto Star when I started working there at the Newen Homes. They were talking about there's a new project in Markham, new project in Toronto. What's a project? It's a new home development. It's a new condo. So a lot of times we use industry jargon. We have another client in the psychology, and they were using the virtual clinic, and a lot of people were calling it online, right? So things like that is very important. And if you use, there's a lot of SEO tools out there. If you use our tools, you get data from 12 different APIs. You get the search volume, the competitiveness, the seasonality, the search results, and most importantly, something called keyword effectiveness index. It is, in very short summary, is this keyword even worth to optimize for? So if there's a really good keyword with a lot of search volume, but huge amount of competition, should you go for it or not? It's the metrics that tells you that answer. And number two is to focus on the long tail keyword. Long tail keyword attract people who are further along in the decision making. So short tail keyword is 1 or 2 words, electricians or kitchen cabinets, but we don't know what they're looking for. Is this someone looking for a job or someone looking to hire a company? And then long tail keywords are keywords that are 3 to 5 words. Someone looking for a long tail keyword is a long down the line of making a purchase decision because they know exactly what they want. So if you focus on the long term, the long tail keyword, that is what you get to rank for, because it will be a lot less competition. And if you do have that product, then the chances of you acquiring that client is a lot higher. Mobile first design is a must. I'm going to nail on this again because a lot of people tell me, I'm like, oh, don't worry, my mobile website is responsive. That's all technology. Responsive mean that you take the desktop and then make it like fit in a parallel content. That is not mobile first design. With Green Lotus Smart Site, we start from the mobile design first and then made the desktop responsive, because I want to make sure that my entire website can function with one thumb. I don't need to zoom in, and it's easy and fast to load. Another thing that is extremely important, we have all our websites hosted on Amazon CDN. CDN stands for Content Delivery Network. A regular site hosting, let's just say GoDaddy, I believe their hosting technology is in Houston. So if someone visiting your website from Toronto, a server call have to go from Toronto to Houston, get the information, come back, load it on your browser. But with Amazon CDN technology, your website is hosted on over than 200,000 servers around the world. And if someone visiting your website in Toronto, most likely it will be loading from Toronto or as far as Waterloo or something like that. That is a huge difference in speed, and not make Google happy, makes users happy too. And now let's get back to that voice search. We know that there's almost 100 million smart speakers owners in the US. We don't have that data for Canada, unfortunately, but that's about half of house owners in the US. So this trend is about to increase more and more and more. And where do people get this information from? You got it, schema and feature snippets. And this is the time we will get to talk about them. There is more than 16 different schemas and different types of results you can rank on the first page of Google. I think the maximum we were able to do to a client were 5 times ranked on the first page of Google. And this is an example of those different examples. For Bazzi's, one of our clients, you can rank as a local results, feature snippets. People also ask images, knowledge graphs, Google Maps. All of these things are different ways to rank on the first page of Google. And I want you to get on the first page of Google, not just once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. More horses you enter the race with, the more you can win. And now we're going to talk about the last step, how and when to use advertising to generate leads. And this is very important because I got a lot of people mixed up with this. So SEO, or search engine optimization, is your long-term strategy. I don't care whatever you do. If you're relying on people finding you without spending a lot of money, you have to do SEO. On the other hand, we do Google advertising only in high seasons, because that's where people are willing to spend a lot more on your product. SEO is a slow and steady. It does take time to see results, and it's one of the most rewarding things. We call it organic because it's like planting a tree. It does take time organically to grow. On the other hand, Google Ads or Facebook ads is like a faucet, right? You open the faucet, you start spending money, boom, you get traffic, you get leads, you get sales. But as soon as you close that tap, then you go back to where you are. And unfortunately, a lot of my colleagues in the industry do say misleading information that if you spend more on Google Ads, it will help your SEO. That is a complete BS. Please do not listen to them, and I do apologize for that. Search engines do not charge you for clicks when you rank organically, but on the other hand, they charge you every single click. And then let's say that you were doing SEO for like 5 years, you're able to rank for every single keyword you wanted, and then you said, well, enough, Bassem, we're not going to do SEO for the next year or two. You're not going to go back to page like 20, wherever you are when you started SEO. Your ranking is going to fluctuate because your competitors are also optimizing, right? But you're not going to lose all of that hard work, and it's not just going to completely vanish, right? On the other hand, as soon as you close your Google ads or Facebook ads, gone exactly to where you were before. So any successful business, it is a must that you generate 40 to 60% of your leads organically without paying for ads. Because if you rely solely on ads, what if there is 1 month that you don't have a marketing dollar? Does your business go to zero sales that month? So it is important. The best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. But you know what the best time other than that is now. So do not wait to implement an organic SEO result. And now we get to talk about the difference between Facebook ads and Google ads. I do get a lot of confusion, and a lot of people don't really know the difference. So I'm trying to really summarize it and talk about the state of mind, right? So I'm on Facebook looking at dog pictures and catching up with my family and sending funny jokes and memes and this and that. And then here your ad shows up. Very nice, beautiful home renovation business. I'm like, you know what? My basement is not that well. I actually do need your service, but I'm not really in the mood. Or I'm in the mood, and then I submit a request, and like, so it's like an interruptive kind of experience. But what if I leave everything that I'm doing, open a new browser, and type home renovation companies near me? Now my state of mind is ready to receive your advertising. There is pros and cons to each. Google Ads will always give you the highest qualified leads because those are people are searching for your product or service right this moment. On the other hand, Facebook will give you that brand impression, will give you that brand awareness, and also a cheaper cost per lead. Yes, Facebook generates cheaper cost per leads. But we hear time and time again that people will call prospects that they submitted their leads on Facebook. I'm like, oh, I'm not ready now. Oh, I don't remember doing this. So you have to do it in balance. The most important fact that you need to think about is that all case studies have agreed that, and for any person to consider working or buying a new brand, they need to see 5 to 15 impressions from that brand. Brand impression is hearing you in the radio, seeing a YouTube ad, seeing a Google ad, seeing a display ad, seeing a Facebook ad. So the best way to do this is with your remarketing campaigns. So people got to arrive at your website from a Google ads or from a Facebook ads or from organic results. Then you got to follow them. You got to do a remarketing campaign on YouTube, on display, on Facebook, and Instagram, on TikTok, till you get that magic number of 5 to 15 times. This when the full circle goes along, and now subconsciously I associate your brand as a trusted brand. Hey, I've seen you enough online, and that kind of like, it's the only mentality. If it's on TV, that must be true, right? It still, we have that psychologically going and transferred through the digital marketing world. So your magic number is anywhere between 5 to 15 time brand impression. I will never going to tell you Google ads is better than Facebook ads or this or that. You have to do a complete 360 and think about what are the best way to get those 5 to 15 impressions. There's Facebook ads, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, geofencing, programmatic ads. There's so many different ways, and we'd be more than happy to walk you through them. And Most importantly and most excitingly, recently Google have released something called the local service ads, which is their guaranteed badge that they put beside the business. And now you only pay for phone calls. You only pay when someone calls your business. How amazing this news is, right? It's quite the relief, and you are guaranteed to know and spend money only when someone called you. And now let's recap. So the four most important steps to generate a flood of qualified leads are: number one, a good website. We talked about the two best website builders, in my opinions, are WordPress and Green Lotus Smart Site. We talked about sales automation. Right now, there's so many tools in the market, and a lot of them are pricely cheap. And organic leads, how to rank on the first page of Google, not just one time, two times, three times, right? How to enter the horse with multiple, sorry, how to enter the race with multiple horses to increase your chances of winning. And number four, how to use Google or Facebook advertising in the most advantageous way to help your business. So if you are fed up with your website not bringing enough leads, then this is for you. We are one of Canada's most trusted digital marketing agencies. Do not take my word for it. We have more than 170 verified Google reviews with an average ranking of 4.8. We don't have any contracts. We don't have any setup fees. We don't have any cancellation fees. Plus, we have 30 days money back guarantee. Unless you are in love with your new smart site or the service that you're having, people do not stay, or clients do not stay with us because of contract. They stay with us because of results. And if it's a win-win situation, we will be happy to have you as a client and service you for years and years to come. Average industry is 6 months to a year, and then client switch, because that's usually the end of a contract. I have clients from the day I started this business, and I can't wait to work with you. Please feel free to reach out, and we will be more than happy to tell you about some exciting discounts and offers that we have, and tell you a lot more about the case studies and the work we can do for you. Awesome. Thank you so much for taking this time to listen to this webinar, and I hope that you have a blessed day. Have a great one.